Right now, parents are faced with a big decision on whether to consent to having their children as young as 12 years old vaccinated. While some parents and kids are already lining up for the shots, a Kaiser Family Foundation survey recently found that nearly 20% of parents say they will not get their children vaccinated, despite guidance from doctors and health officials to do so. Now, Ryan Jenkins goes 360 to gain a deeper understanding on all sides of the conversation.
As public health guidance is peeled back, we've seen how vaccines can help push our communities towards a new normal as we continue to fight off the COVID-19 pandemic. But when it comes to kids and vaccines, perhaps not surprisingly, not everyone is on the same page. So we're going 360 to hear from multiple people in our own community who share different perspectives on this topic. We'll hear from parents and adolescents who are for the shots, and also from a mom who says her daughter won't be vaccinated. We also hear from doctors who explain why they believe the vaccine is so important right now. That's where we start.
I think we have to do everything we can to protect all of our children.
Dr. Jeff Potoff with UW Health tells me he believes the Pfizer vaccine is the ticket to getting kids back to living their normal lives. Emergency use authorization of that vaccine was expanded to 12 to 15-year-olds by the FDA, and the CDC recommended its use on kids in that age group just last week.
Vaccines really are the difference maker. As we get more of our children vaccinated, they can take off their masks. They don't have to worry about that. They're better able to learn in schools. They can go to summer camp. They can do those things that we want our kids to be able to do.
Right now, it appears the vaccine could be key to keeping COVID-19 out of middle and high schools as COVID-19 variants appear to impact children at faster rates.
We hope that enough 12 to 15-year-olds will get vaccinated so we start to see less cases in our schools.
14-year-old Natalie got the shot with her sisters last week.
Do stuff with my friends and not have to worry about it and get to spend time with my grandparents and not have to worry about them at all.
Some parents nationwide are feeling a sense of relief as their kids begin the vaccination process.
Knowing that my kids are going to have friends that are vaccinated and they can have sleepovers again and, we can feel safe about our interactions.
But not all kids are rolling up their sleeves.
Right now, we won't be getting her the vaccine.
Kristen Tice is a parent of a 14-year-old girl who she says is up to date on most recommended vaccines. After all, vaccines for kids is nothing new. Here's a list of recommended vaccines for kids at specific age benchmarks. But as a mom,
we just don't know enough.
Kristen says she understands why her daughter is hesitant and says only time and more research can help build confidence.
My daughter is 14 and I believe she is of age to make some decisions on her own, and she does not want it.
Kristen says the whole family is vaccinated against COVID, including her parents, her husband, and herself. But she says if her daughter refuses the vaccine right now, that's okay.
I just wish people would be okay with other people's opinions and their choices for their themselves and for their families.
Parent Justin Erkey tells us he agrees that the youngest age group now eligible for the vaccine deserves to be guided to a place where they can make a decision on their own.
Effectively, this is your choice. I'm just going to give you the options, If you want to do it, go ahead, but I wouldn't be a hard no. Even though I wouldn't get it myself.
A big decision for these parents and teens, but what about younger kids? Doctors tell me they believe kids 2 through 11 will likely be eligible for vaccines by early fall, and then by the end of the year, kids younger than that might be receiving shots as well. Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.
Thanks, Ryan. Going in greater depth now what we know about the study of these vaccines on children. The U.S. trial study included more than 2,200 kids aged 12 to 15. Half of them got real shots, the rest got a placebo. The study found the vaccine to be 100% effective in preventing illness. The 12 to 15-year-olds get the same dosage as adults and possibly the same side effects as well. From vaccine hesitancy to the eviction moratorium, Ryan Jenkins has a 360 look at those issues and more. All of his stories are up at tmj4.com/360.